Hey YouTube, my name is There Were Dragons, and today I'm going to be walking you through a sidechain. Now, I know I already have a sidechain video up on my channel, but considering that was my first video, and I've gotten comments saying that it could have been better. So yeah, I was basically just wanting to make this so it's a little bit easier for you guys to follow along with. I've been getting better at scripting my videos. I didn't script that first one. I didn't script this one either, though. So I guess I didn't learn my lesson. So anyways, for those of you that don't know what sidechaining is, the definition I was able to find on Google is sidechain is an effect that you have on one sound that is triggered by the level of another sound. The classic example is when you have a compressor on a bass track and you set it so it ducks the level of the bass whenever a kick drum hits. And now this is coming from Abbey Road Studios, so I mean, who am I to argue? It's basically a way of ducking out other sounds so you can hear your drums a bit better. So an easy way that I like to do this, and the way I'm going to show you, is with Shaperbox 3. Now there is a free way of doing this, and if you stick around to the end, I'll go ahead and give you that free version of that. So yeah, stay tuned for that. But either way, I'm sure this one's gonna go a lot better. So anyways, I have this project here. Here is the track that I have, and first things first, I'll go ahead and show you what this track sounds like just with the sidechain, and then we'll take a look at what it sounds like without the sidechain. So this is with sidechain. So while you were listening, I hope you were paying attention to the drums, because that's really where the main focus of sidechaining is going to be coming from. We're really wanting to bring out the drums, make sure we can hear the kick and snare pretty clear throughout. No matter what size snare we have, kick, we really want that loudness to just be punchy and coming through, So this is what this sounds like without the sidechain. So you could tell there that you can still hear the kick and snare, but it doesn't have the same punch. So while it's playing, I'll go ahead and turn it on and off, and you should be able to hear a difference. This is off, and now on. Off, on. So I could hear a pretty clear difference in volume with the percussion there. There's also another way to kind of see this. So this is called Insight Pro by Isotope. It's pretty sick. It's probably one of my favorite plugins. So right here I have the spectrum and the spectrogram pulled up, and we should be able to see, well, it'll be easier to show you. So this is with the sidechain on. So see, whenever the kick and snare come in, you can see the kick come in, right? And then the snare, the same thing. It kind of spreads throughout the frequency range. And so whenever we turn the sidechain off, this becomes a lot more subtle. So it kind of blends more in with the rest of the sounds instead of becoming its own thing. So let's try that. So this is with sidechain on. And now this is off. See how this line becomes a lot more subtle? Now this is on. And now this is off. A lot more subtle. So as you can see, sidechaining really does a lot to bring your drums out. And it's actually really simple on how we do this. So let me go ahead and just remove this here. I'm also going to delete this MIDI channel here. So to begin our sidechain, what you're going to want to do is you want to group all of your sounds into one group called music, right? And so once you have that, you're going to add a MIDI channel there, just one by itself. You're then going to set it to in, and also a side thing. You're also going to want to have a drum group going. Your sidechain is going to be attached to a MIDI trigger. So you're going to want to be using the drum rack. I know some people like to place drums just kind of in this screen here, but I think it's best overall to try to use the MIDI drum rack. You can get a lot cleaner results. I think you have a lot more control. You have to do more to get it sounding better per instrument, but I think it's worth it because at the end of the day, that's just more control. Our sidechain is going to be attached to this drum rack right here that my kick and snare is on. I have a drum rack here, and this one's for hi-hats and rolls and stuff like that. But the sidechain really doesn't have anything to do with that. For this, I really only want the kick and snare to be ducking. So once we have our two groups, our music group and our drum group, this one MIDI that we set to in earlier, you're going to go ahead and select where it says all ins right here. You're going to go down and select the drum rack with your kick and snare on it. So in my case, it's this 14 here. Then I'm going to be using Shaperbox 3. It's just so easy to do. So all I have right here is Shaperbox 3. I'm just going to place it on my music group. This was a lot more difficult. This was a little bit more tedious in Shaperbox 2. There's a quicker version here, but in Shaperbox 3, all I'm going to do is hit sidechain. Okay? And now all I have to do is go back to this MIDI. Where it says no output here, we're going to hit music, right? And now you should see Shaperbox 3 pull up here. That means everything's going to be going through that. And so now that it's connected, I want to hit MIDI in Shaperbox 3, right? And honestly, you're good to go after that. And you can play with things like mix and the smoothness to get it sounding how you want. You can move these around a little bit. But yeah, that's pretty much it for sidechaining. It's really easy to do with Shaperbox, and it's a lot of fun. And so here is going to be another way of doing this. Let me go ahead and shut off Shaperbox. This is going to be a free way of doing this, if I can remember. Okay. So I'm going to select, I'm just going to put the compressor, the stock compressor plugin in Ableton. I'm going to open it up here and hit sidechain, right? And for input, I'm going to do same drum rack, the one that my kick and snare is on. I'm going to hit peak here. I like looking at it in this screen. It can help. I like seeing it from this view, but then you just want to... Then you just kind of want to play around with it, right? And as you can see, with the compressor, we really get the same result. I just think Shaperbox, you have a lot more control of the shape specifically. It's so easy to do, and it's so clean. So Shaperbox is my preferred version, but of course it's a paid version. And so if that's not something you want to look into, then the free stock compressor that comes with Ableton is also just a great choice. It does the same thing. yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed this quick little tutorial here. Sorry the first one was a little bit weird, but you know, I think over time things just get easier and people get more comfortable on YouTube. So I think that's just what's happening with me. So, anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you learned something from the video, if you just enjoyed, if you want to hang around, get more of my videos, be sure to leave a like. If you click the little bell icon, you'll be reminded whenever I upload because you'll need it. I am working on a schedule and might be better to just be notified. So if if you want to not miss that, there's a bell. I really do appreciate all of the support that I've been getting, all of the followings, and it's just really cool to get to talk to you guys. As for the question of this week, what is one of the hardest things that you guys have had to go through in music? Whether or not that's something in your journey, whether or not that's a learning process, figuring out how to do something, just, what's something that you've really struggled with that if you could just break through it, you would hit that next level in the music production game. You know what I mean? So, yeah, leave a comment below. Let me know what you're thinking. And, hey, maybe if there's some interesting stuff in there, if there's enough comments, we'll go through some stuff together. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Enjoy the rest of your day. Hope you're eating well, sleeping well, and drinking well. And I will catch you in the next one. Peace.